Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everyone out there is doing well. My name is Mike, and it's time for us to get into another music reaction. So, guys, this is exciting for me. This is the first time I'm going to be having Rammstein on the channel. This is the song Angst. This is going to be a request from my friend on the channel, Conditions. So, this is a band that, at least for America, I've known them since their first single, Du Hast. But I've never really checked them out. To be honest with you, Du Hast wasn't. I know it was a big phenomenon back in the day, especially on MTV. We used to have Total Request Live. But I liked the song, but not like, I wasn't crazy about it. So I never checked out more of their music. This is a really recent song. This is from an album called Zeit or Time from 2022. And I had to look up the meaning on this because obviously I don't speak German. So I looked into some meaning here from songmeaningsandfacts.com. This is what it had to say. It has been inferred via its music video that this song, Angst, is political in nature, and such an idea has been verified by a prominent professor of German literature who did a complete study on Zeit, the album this track is derived from. The black man, referred to in the lyrics, is actually the German equivalent of the boogeyman. In other words, it is a fictional entity that German parents, or more specifically, according to the first verse, fathers used to scare their children into behaving as instructed, even when daddy is not around to watch them. So, I'm going to skip ahead a bit, but it mentioned that even though this song does not appear to have any specific racial component, that is exactly the type of ignorance, if you will, that Rammstein is speaking to. If a person or people let the potential of a threat overtake them, they may find themselves rather becoming the evil, so to speak, that they fear. So, I'm not sure if this is going to be like a multi-use kind of thing as far as the German equivalent of boogeyman being used for the term black man, or if it's going to be, or I'm not sure if it's going to be used to mean that as well as, black people. I'm not sure. Guess we'll have to find out when the video plays. I'm sure it's going to tell some kind of story. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy, man. Just that first shot. Looks pretty creepy. So I'm excited for this, especially knowing that there's a real message here in this song. So, for a multitude of reasons, I'm happy to have Rammstein on the channel because I've never had him on here, and I've never checked out their music and gave them a shot, really, and because I looked into the background on this song, and it's really intriguing. So here we are. Before we jump in, actually, I'm sorry in advance if this gets blocked for visual content, and I end up having to re-upload it with words over the little videos window. So here we go. Rammstein, Angst. I saw the singer had COVID too when we were in the pandemic. Glad he made it through that. Okay, by the way, that imagery there on that first shot, look at that. They're surrounded by the barbed wire like that. Wow. And I guess it is going to be a play on meaning there. That almost freaks me out, those cheerleaders.
Mann, wird dich holen, wenn du nicht folgst meinem Gebot. Und das glauben wir bis heute. So in Angst sind Land und Leute. Etwas Schlimmes wird geschehen. Das Böse kommt, wird nicht mehr gehen. Und die Furcht wächst in die Nacht.
Oh, wow. I like leading forward.
Bewacht, die Rücken nass, die Hände klamm, alle haben Angst vorm schwarzen Mann.
Okay, hold on. There's definitely a message here in all of this. I'm trying to roll it around in my brain. What's going on here? But I'm assuming this specific shot here kind of symbolizes we're reading boogeyman kind of stories about the black man online, and it's just kind of like brainwashing us. Is kind of what I'm seeing here. That's just my interpretation. As far as these cheerleaders and their use, I don't know what that's about. But yeah, the song. Okay, let's talk about the music a little bit. So, yeah, this is very chuggy. This does sound like what I would picture Rammstein to sound like, since I've only heard like Du Hast and maybe pieces of other songs. But yeah, the studio engineering is perfect on this. I have no faults in the music. Yeah, it's real chuggy, sounds good, it's catchy. But you know what's really pleasant to me is just how visually appealing this video is. Even though there's things that are kind of freaking me out, like I don't know why, but all this white face paint is like kind of tripping me out, man. Anyway, here we go.
In Dunkelheit schleicht heran. Bist du nicht brav, fasst dich an. Traue keinem Fremden dann. So viel Albtraum, so viel Wahn. Und so glauben wir bis heute.
It's like they're building their own prison or something.
Ist die Meute. Ach, sie können es nicht lassen. Schreien Feuer in die Gassen. Und die Furcht wächst in die Nacht. Gar kein Auge zugemacht.
Oh, I like that. He's headbanging in the straight jacket.
Nass, die Hände klamm. Alle haben Angst vom schwarzen Mann.
We got guns.
Wer hat Angst vom schwarzen Mann? Wer hat Angst vom schwarzen Mann? Wer hat Angst?
Wow.
Und die Furcht wächst in die Nacht, gar kein Auge zugemacht. Die Rücken nass,
Wow, this part is heavy.
Hände klamm, alle haben Angst.
Oh, this shot freaks me out, man. It's so freaky to me. Wow. Whoa, we still got a lot. Okay, hold on before we keep going. Wow, I didn't think we were gonna see guns in this too, man. That kind of adds a new perspective. And then they were showing like the black man on the screen, and they just started shooting at it, and then they started to get sucked into their own. I don't know if that was. Did I see that right? They were kind of getting sucked into this thing. Yeah, it's like they're getting sucked into their own hate or something. I'm not sure if I got that right. If I don't, let me know. But wow. And this part too, this like breakdown kind of part. This was heavier than I expected, man. I absolutely love the sound on this part. Yeah, that part was beastly, man. Here we go. Let's keep going. There's that shot again. Oh, that was just... okay. that's the band there. What is that they're eating? Wow. They're all dressed, and they have the TV in setting of like 1940s, 1950s. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. When he did it, look at, they did it again. Yes. I love the direction there. What I was trying to say, I couldn't finish because it happened again. What I was going to point out is when he first hit the TV, the color lightened up a bit, colorized, and then every time he would hit it, I mean, I'm saying things you obviously can see, I'm sorry, but that was just, I was so happy to see that. I gotta see that again, man. Wow, very cool direction, artistic direction there. Give me more color, there we go. Wow. Just the fact of what that act symbolizes and how more color appears when he does that. Just that simple fact of the meaning behind that. Wow. I want to see what they're eating. What are they eating? Is that some kind of ice cream thing? Man. That was so cool, man. I absolutely love the message in this too. Rammstein, Angst, holy crap. You know, I have to say that, at least from what I've heard of Rammstein's music, for my tastes, the melodies and like the guitar work are from what I've heard, and no insult, but it's very simplistic, and it's not really up my alley. But hearing this song, this more recent song of theirs, I can't even tell you the last little bit of a song I've heard from them and when that was. But they have an ability to take something simple and still make it expand on it and make it great. So even if I wasn't seeing this video, but I did look up what the meaning was, I would still find some enjoyment out of this, especially musically. The breakdown part of this song, just the ominous tone in the melodies and the heaviness in that part, I absolutely love that part. That was just beautiful on my ears, man. Now, to talk about the message in this again, I'm just so impressed that this is a message that they're tackling. I really appreciate seeing that, man. And, the fact that they have guns here, and at least from an American's perspective, some of the stuff we've been seeing happen in our country, like what happened in New York recently. I mean, yeah, I think what they're trying to say is, we're getting all kinds of boogeyman kind of stories online, right? Because we got the computers here, and people take these boogeyman stories and, it rots them. It rots their mind and turns them into these hateful people, And I obviously know that's a major problem here in the U.S. with race, but, to hear about it coming from a German perspective, in ways it's comforting that, I see another country can relate, and it's also disconcerting that this is an issue everywhere. So if that makes sense, I feel like I could go on and on and on about this, but I'll try to keep it short and brief. But let me just say, I absolutely love the message that they were saying in this song. I wasn't sure in the beginning if it was literally going to be just about, in generally speaking, we've instilled our youth to do what we want them to do based on the boogeyman. And I thought the boogeyman might be could apply to anything, but it seems pretty clear it's about race, especially with the first shot and the last shot, with that barbed wire and what that kind of symbolizes. Wow. And you know, I've already mentioned this before, probably too much already, but just the symbolism of what that means, why the color keeps showing up every time he hits the TV. That just knowing the symbolism there gives me goosebumps. That's so cool, man. That's my favorite part of this video. Destroy the hate, let more color in your life, man. So anyway, wow. Sorry if I kind of droned on about this. It's just, you know, I really appreciated the message in this. Definitely eager to hear more Rammstein songs, especially ones if they have more messages like this. You know, I'd definitely be eager to check. Oh, you know what? I had a personal friend tell me about a song of theirs that wasn't really a request, but she mentioned, what was the song? I don't know if it's called America or something, but yeah, maybe I could check that one out too. Anyway, all right, guys, let me wrap this up. If this is your first time hearing Rammstein, please go check out their music. And if you have any other requests you want me to check out from Rammstein or any other band, please leave them in the comments. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to hang out with me and rock out with me. This was an absolutely great video and great song. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.